I think that was the guy that I shot. Oh, there's a guy flying in right here. Oh, holy shit.
Oh,
I just knocked that guy out of the
nice.
air.
Wow.
Oof. That must suck.
He's probably pissed.
Oh, I'd be pissed as hell. Just got out of the gulag, flying back in, and you get sniped out of the air. Oh, there's a guy on top of this building right here. Hey, what's up, guys? So, in this video, I just wanted to address some questions that I've gotten, either from people who I used to play Siege with, or, you know, people that used to watch my channel back when I uploaded Siege, on why exactly I stopped playing Siege, stopped uploading in general for a little bit, and then ended up, you know, coming back about 2 weeks ago, I believe, and uploading Modern Warfare. Of course, the majority of the people, and, you know, the majority of you guys who watched my channel, watched it for Rainbow Six Siege, and I had been playing Rainbow Six Siege for almost 3.5 years at that point, you know, when I ended up actually quitting. So I just wanted to address why I stopped playing Rainbow Six Siege. And it's not because I don't like the game anymore. It's not anything like that. It was simply, after 3.5 years of playing the game, it became a little stale. I originally fell in love with Siege because one of the main issues I have with games nowadays is the 1-year cycle. You know, you buy a game, especially, you know, Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever. You buy a game, you play it for 6 months, and then, you know, 6 months into the game, they start releasing trailers for the next game, and, you know, by 9 or 10 months into the game is almost dead, and everybody's just waiting for the next Call of Duty game to come out. And I got very tired of that, because I'd been playing Call of Duty since, really, Black Ops 1 was my first major Call of Duty. I played a little bit of MW2, and then got really into Black Ops 1, MW3, Black Ops 2, and that's when I came up with the name Dubsy. Actually, it was back in Black Ops 2, doing quick scoping and fucking spawn trapping and 1v1s and stuff like that. But in any case, irrelevant. After years of playing Call of Duty, and dealing with that whole 1-year cycle, you know, you get really good at a game. You know, obviously, the majority of the Call of Duty games are roughly the same when it comes to, you know, the skill gap and things like that. But, you know, you get really good at a game, you know, you unlock all the, you level up and you unlock all the camos and you do all the challenges and all that stuff, and then, you know, by the time you're done with all that, the next game comes out, and it's just kind of frustrating. So I switched over to Siege, and I love Siege. You know, I always played Search and Destroy in Call of Duty. Siege is very Search-esque, and so I fell, you know, I really did fall in love with it. But after a while, RNG is in every single shooter game, but it really started to irritate me in Rainbow Six Siege because of the one-shot headshot mechanic. You know, anytime that you have a one-shot headshot mechanic in a game, and then you add flinch on top of it, and just, you know, kind of the randomness of hipfire and things like that, you can get some really frustrating moments. And not to say that every game doesn't have frustrating moments in it. You know, Modern Warfare definitely does. That's for sure. But that was kind of my biggest issue with Siege. Is number one, because of the way that the skill gap is, it's a pretty small skill gap. You know, it's pretty hard to just absolutely dominate and carry your team. I mean, I've done it many times before, and, you know, I've had really high kill games, and in ranked and in GBs and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if your teammates that you're playing with aren't at the same skill level or higher than yours, you end up getting dragged down. And that's especially in Rainbow Six Siege. So when Modern Warfare came out, I, you know, ended up buying that, pre-ordering that, played it a little bit, Enjoyed it. Uploaded like 2 or 3 videos of Modern Warfare, and then real life hit. I was in the process of buying a house and moving in, and work was getting very hectic and stressful. I didn't have a whole lot of time to play video games, and especially to upload and things like that. And then when I came back and started playing more video games, the first game I got into was Modern Warfare. And that brings me to my second issue, which was the fact that with any shooter games, the way that the sensitivity works between the games is always different. So I went and played some Modern Warfare when I got back, got used to that sensitivity, then went to play Rainbow Six Siege, and everything just felt weird. And I definitely was not a fan of trying to kind of relearn, my aim, because I'd gotten so used to that sensitivity that I was running on Siege, and I really didn't want to spend another countless hours in Terrorist Hunt, perfecting that aim again. And so instead of trying to get back on it just to save time, I just kind of stopped playing Siege. Of course, I still have the game, and occasionally I'll hop on and play some casual matches, and I can still do pretty well, even without really having that sensitivity down. But it's just not worth it to me to really fully go back into the game. I love the fact that it's been around for a long time, and I'm sure it'll continue to be around for a long time, just kind of like CSGO. But right now I'm enjoying playing Modern Warfare, and that's what I plan on continuing to play. So that being the case, if you made it this far into this video, I really only plan on uploading Modern Warfare. As other games come out, I might try out Valorant, whatever the next Call of Duty game is. Really shooter games is my thing. I never really got into CSGO. I wish I would have. But by the time I actually got the game and started playing it, it was kind of on CSGO's downturn. But in any case, if you subscribed to this channel just to watch Rainbow Six Siege, that's great. And I'm sorry, but I'm just not going to be uploading that anymore, as you can probably already tell. That being said, though, I'd love it if you'd stick around. I have a really busy schedule, but I'm trying to get better with editing, doing face cams and doing more of these talking things. Obviously, talking is not my favorite thing to do into a mic. Definitely not necessarily comfortable with it yet, but I'm trying to get there. I plan on uploading at least a video every other day, if not every day. Some search and destroy, Warzone, stuff like that. I've got some video ideas that I'm trying to put out, but in any case, I hope that you decide to stick around and keep watching these videos. And if you liked it, then please leave it a like. If you feel like you're gonna like some more, feel free to subscribe. Catch you later.